Lancashire, in the north of England. By the turn of the century, textiles had made many northern families rich and powerful, their products renowned throughout the world. Myers Co. House, home to the Duckworths, a leading northern textile family who, for 3 generations, dominated the import of raw cotton into Britain. The second son, Anthony, turned his back on the family business and 30 years ago set sail for the equator in search of a new life. Africa held enough mystery to draw the adventurous. Many young men came out following in the footsteps of Livingstone. They fell in love with the country and made it their home. Africa provided the explorers with the challenges they sought. Three hours south of Mombasa, buried among 22,000 acres of mangrove swamp, is an unspoiled island known locally as Funzi. In a camp cut from the bush, this enigmatic Englishman has made his home, and he lives here adjacent to the boundaries of a small, unspoiled African fishing village.
Funzi Mombasa, Funzi Mombasa, Funzi Mombasa. Do you copy?
Yes, it's clear, Funzi.
Morning, Jack. Did the kids get to school this morning all right?
Yes, they've been to school.
Did you get onto the radio people about the handsets?
So, what makes someone with so much turn his back on his homeland and head for the unknown?
Okay, we'll sign off. Stand by.
Well, I used to read about islands when I was a kid. There's some lovely stories of people living in some of those Eider Islands of Scotland. Fraser Darling wrote a book called Island Years, and I think I read it when I was about 11. And it sort of must have lodged in the back of my brain somewhere. I've always been rather fascinated by them since. I lived in the Seychelles for 20 years, and I had an island out there, actually. And the problem with Seychelles was that we had a socialist stroke communist revolution. And one day we woke up in a new socialist paradise where everybody had a sort of an AK-47 sort of stuck in their backside. And we just had to leave the country.
After considerable searching, he finally emerged off the East African coast on this small island named Funzi, Swahili for happy. Before the coup, Rene had become well acquainted with Anthony Duckworth. The two men had crossed swords over the same woman, and Rene had neither forgotten nor forgiven. To Albert Rene, Anthony Duckworth represented a threatening disregard to his authority.
No, I was declared a prohibited immigrant. I left with 2 suitcases, one full of old clothes and the other one was full of files. And I think I had about sort of 3 days to pack my things and go.
Safely in Kenya, the search for a new home began.
We originally came up here in a dugout canoe.
We've got about 20,000 acres of mangrove swamp here. This is the channel that goes through to the sea. It makes Funzi the island.
But it gets very tight. We'll probably have to use the oars at some stage. This guy's coming through from the sea, I think. He's paddling quite hard. He's going against the current. He's collecting firewood by the look of it. Jambo! Habari! Salam!
With the help of a local guide and a dugout canoe, the maze of waterways around the island were explored.
With such a high tide today, it's actually more difficult to get through than usual. We're right up in the top of the branches.
Deep water anchorage and security from the mainland were the prime attractions of Funzi Island as the ideal location to set up home.
Heads. Hang right, Alpha. Look out, there's a bad one coming up here. You'll have to watch this.
closer to the Earth on this spring tide than any time in the next 4 years, which is why the tide is so particularly high today. That looks a bit clearer. Pretty, isn't it? It's a special place.
An unspoiled Garden of Eden, free from the clutches of modern development.
Okay, we're not far off getting to the beach now. Mind your head.
Timing is of the essence. When the tide turns, Funzi Bay empties its contents into the ocean at a rate of 1 foot a minute. Unwary travelers are stranded until the tide returns 8 hours later.
Look at this now, it's a real river, isn't it? We've got a real rip tide going here. Just look at it go, huh? Okay, we're through. That's the Indian Ocean. Next stop, Australia. Bit of fun. We've got about half an hour to get back, but we'll be spending the night here. We're going to stop quickly, hold tight. There we go. Told you it's an island, Sebastian.
As dawn breaks, the fishermen set out to catch the morning tide. Hornbills precariously stretch their wings as the daily routine of village life begins. The men of the village gather over breakfast at the village hotel to discuss the day's events. Very sweet tea is drunk, and a sweet, nutritious blend of beans and coconut is eaten for breakfast. Meanwhile, Tuma, the camp's senior boatman, prepares the jungle cat for a day at sea. She's a 46-footer built of wood, a solid reminder of craftsmanship. Their quarry is the great striped marlin.
We've got the East African coast here, from Mombasa, very nearly, down to south of Zanzibar. We've got the whole of Pemba, and Zanzibar.
Aussie Mike, Anthony's fishing partner, is essential to the success of the trip. Settled on the Kenya coast for the last 5 years, he has spent his life in pursuit of big fish.
And that's where we were the other day.
Have you seen the Malango coming in here? Look at this. If you measure that, that's about 2 miles in. And I've seen another chart of this place, and it's 40 meters deep. There's got to be a lot of dog-tooth tuna up there.
Back at the hotel, the topic of conversation now turns to politics. Occasional differences of opinion surface during the morning debate. Here, the older man chides the young men for their modern ideas and disregard for their elders' traditional values. The boarding party head out to Jungle Cat, seen off by the dogs. Fishing provides not only food for the island, but also welcome revenue from tourist charters.
Jumbo Juma. How you going? Bean, up you come.
Today it is a family trip, and Robina, Anthony's Ugandan girlfriend, hopes to repeat an earlier £200 success.
Go, Masudi.
The Jack Russells decide to come along too.
Shoot baby! What's it go? Sparky, come on! Come on! Come on! Shoot baby! Come on! Flick! Hit! Woo! See you later. Come back with a big fish.
The children gather by the schoolhouse waiting for assembly.
Here we've got the village boat building yard, and they do a lot of repairs here as well. You can see a jahazi, the front one here, and there's another one behind without a mast. On the left there's an ingalao, which is an outrigger, and then there are several dugout canoes. They also clean and repair their fish nets here. You can see them come up in the trees over there. Further down we've got the village, basically thatched roofed huts, but you can see a red roof building in the back, and that's the local mosque. It was built a couple of years ago, and it's the sort of centerpiece of the village now. But it's a very unspoiled place. There's no traffic, no cars. In the evening it's dead quiet, very attractive. Now I think it's time to go fishing.
Good morning, school. Good morning, sir. Okay, let's start by reading the holy book.
The religion of the island people is predominantly Muslim. The children start each day with a reading from the Quran. Following assembly, lessons begin. They're taught in English and cover a wide range of subjects.
Good morning. Hapa tuna moja, 1 plus 1. Moja tunajumlisha na moja. 1 plus 1. Meharuni. 2. 1 plus 2. 1. Nyosha mkono kwanza. 3.
Now let's look at the coming of the Arabs into east coast of Africa. They could travel from their homeland in Arabia, Persia and India. These people, they could use northeast monsoon winds to come down to east coast of Africa.
In the crystal clear water of the Pemba Channel, some of the world's most beautiful marine parks are jealously guarded by the Kenyan authorities. Conservation has been linked with profitability. It's an assured recipe for survival.
Seen any broadbills lately?
You don't see them during the day anyway. You've got to fish for them at night. And we were going to wait for the change of the season, but it's caught us hopping this year. I think come October we'll give it a go then. It's too uncomfortable fishing in this weather.
What depth did you reckon they were going to be at?
It's between 200 and 300 feet.
Oh, I can't dive down there if you're going to get into any trouble. Long way down there, so 300 feet. Imagine it down there. It'd be pretty dark anyway. How do they know it's day or night anyway?
I think you put a light stick on, don't you?
So they know that it's day.
You give them a squid treat, you put a squid on the bait, and then other squid come from the light. And you get a sort of a feeding frenzy.
And we hope he eats out with a hook in it.
The starboard rod plunges to the first strike of the day. The battle is on. Big game fishing is Anthony's passion. In inspired by a childhood pursuing salmon on the great Scottish rivers. A sailfish is brought alongside. It's fairly common in these waters. A nice fish of about 75 pounds.
Yeah, I saw it. It was a green bucket fish. Hey, there you go.
The big dorsal fin lights up an electric blue, a reaction that fades quickly after death.
There's the reef over there, Bean. See the watercolour changing? It's taken us long enough to find it. It's about 12 miles out from the mainland here. I think we might be just over the border as well.
I'm in Tanzania now.
So you're under arrest. No, we're 12 miles out, so we're not in Tanzania. But we're over the line of the border.
Robina met Anthony shortly after his arrival in Kenya. Like him, she was an exile. During the insanities of Idi Amin, her family were persecuted and her husband was killed. She fled to Kenya to bring up her 3 children in safety.
Is that a good idea, Mike?
What's that, mate?
A civilized lunch? And a Bloody Mary? Well, we can do better than that. Lunchtime! Here we go. Normally come here from sort of August through till April. It's crazy fishing, you know, and it's just when the season changes, it starts coming from the southeast and things. We've got a lovely day today, then. Any fish that can't take on a day like today, it's crazy, isn't it?
Well, here's to the marlin on the way home.
Here you go, Beanie.
I know.
You catch one on the way home, huh? Well, we got a 500-pounder one day, which it's not big by Australian standards, but it's quite big round here.
Bait.
Bait.
Yes, bait.
Well,
I've seen them in the Bahari Club once saying that.
Yeah, but they've had some big ones on this last season too. Might run you for 3 hours and you might get it in 20 minutes. They cheat in Australia, they back up on them the whole time. They have boats that run faster backwards than forwards.
It enables you to catch more of them.
Anyway, you don't, you tag them in Australia. Unless they're really big.
Under 1,000 pounds. Under 1,000 pound they're tagged. Over 1,000 pound they generally keep them.
I'm not a great tagger in this part of the world. I know some people are very keen on it, but the simple fact of the matter is we've got a continent full of half-starving people, and to throw a fish back in the sea.
Plus half of them don't live anyway after that fight. Half of them die of a heart attack. They've been fighting for 3 hours, you know, you're pulling them in. They don't last. It's not worth tagging them, I don't think, around here.
Well, most of our fish go to the village. I think the Kenya coast fishing is getting a lot more professional, actually.
Kenya coast is Tanzania, Tony. Passport.
That's a bit extra, that, huh? I think that little V in the cloud's going to light up in a minute. Just look at that, huh? Oz, what do you reckon about this place?
I think I wouldn't swap it for Piccadilly.
It's Easter weekend, and Anthony and Robina have invited a party of family and friends to join them on the island. Together, they will explore the interior and the secret channels that surround. In miniature, Funzi has the last vestiges of a truly unspoiled Kenya. Julian and Sophie Ansell are the new generation of explorers. In the same spirit as Anthony, they've given up life in England to settle in Africa. Julian Ansell, second son of an English brewing family, left a profitable career in the City of London, dealing in commodities. Today in Nairobi, he trades sugar back to the old world, the very product that was once just a statistic on his dealer's screen.
You get that strange sensation every time you come down here for the first time of the trip. greeting party first. The mangroves are like crowds of people standing around watching us.
Or Kenya's telecommunication system.
Oh, look, there's a greeting party.
Come on.
Who is it? Missy. Hello.
Asante.
Santa Sana.
Luxury.
Very good journey.
Thank you.
The exotic potential of staying on an island has a mysterious allure. It creates a heightened sense of being at one with nature.
Where are all your puppies?
Hi, hi.
We made it.
Hi, Bean.
Nice to see you back.
What, under feet?
I think the camp is successful because it's been cut out of the bush. Everything that you see, the way the houses are, the huts are constructed, the tents, the mess, we've chopped down as little as we have to put what we've put in place. And quite a lot of what we've cut down has actually been used in the construction. The islanders as well, I mean, they've been a tremendous asset. Actually, all the camp buildings have been built by the kitchen staff. Saidi, the chef, is also a very good thatcher, and he's a very good diver as well. And we all cover each other's jobs fairly regularly.
Right. Let's get the...
Let's hang him. We always enjoy their company. It's like a sort of quite a big jokey family, really.
6:30 the next day, in the cool of the first light, the party assemble around the remains of last night's campfire. More guests have arrived on the island overnight. A safari across the island has been planned.
Ding dong. Oh, yeah. Are you ready? Are you? He loves his exercise. He really enjoys it. It's a good picnic. Don't you? Oh, yeah, he kicked me last time. Have we got everything on board, Makaji? Yeah. Got the champagne? Marvellous.
The donkey goes on ahead with breakfast, and Anthony rounds up the party.
Tony, you've accidentally combed your hair. Is that...
Sorry?
Shane and Jenny are locals from Tiwi, a small commune on the coast.
Once a day.
Like,
Is that for me? I don't think that suits me.
it's very
No,
new.
I've got my hat here. It's okay. And it's still got the price on. 120 shillings. So, who would like a hat?
Toby Dickinson is down from Nairobi with his parents.
Bean, we'll see you later.
You're not coming.
You okay?
Where are the pack carriers?
The donkey's gone ahead. Come on, Chula. Chula! We're going for a walk across the island. Come on,
The interior of Funzi Island sustains some of the last truly unspoiled savanna left in Kenya. A hornbill, disturbed by the walking party, flies off into the safety of the bush. Across Kenya, safari companies have reduced many of the great game reserves to a quagmire of four-wheel drive vehicle tracks. In the tradition of their forebears, this party stride out on foot.
So then do we have them both spayed or do we breed from one of them?
I think we breathe from the terrier.
A bouquet competition is underway.
I'm going for the artistic design, the whole with a bunch of green leaves.
Beanie bean. You're really catching us up there.
This is my secret.
Where did you get that? A lot of them here, actually. Africanus or something. It's illegal to take them now. The Dom Palms. I'll win the competition with these. We haven't got one of those. Like a lot of bloody children, aren't we?
It's 8:30 and the weary travellers approach the beach at last, and breakfast.
Wow! Woo! The Indian Ocean.
A magnificent view greets them. The long, hot walk has been worth it. The Ansells go off in search of fossils. Everybody lends a hand.
I think there is a fossil in there.
Choose!
No, straddle back to back is not the same. That's very, very weedy.
Jules, come on. Yes. Right, come and have a swim. Come on. Come on. You want to swim?
And of course, a traditional English breakfast. The party returned to camp. It's important to get back before the full heat of the midday sun. What's the expression? Mad dogs and Englishmen? Safely back at camp, there's time to cool off before lunch.
Stop it! You will get kicked.
Ding dong. He's very thirsty. You're a thirsty old boy. Ding dong.
Some believe in saving water.
I knew what you wanted that film.
Less fortunate residents of the Funzi swamp find themselves on the lunch menu. During the tourist season, the kitchen prepares meals for visitors. The island has become a popular attraction. Tour operators work with the camp to give tourists an alternative taste of Kenya. It has become an important source of income.
We can take a maximum of 14 people, but it's normally sort of 8 or 10. And it's just a nice sort of family group feeling, you know. I think perhaps that's one of the attractions of the place.
Serious environmental hazard.
I don't think it suits everybody, and if you wanted the company of large numbers of people on holiday, you obviously wouldn't come here. But people normally arrive, and by the time they leave, they've got to know a few new friends.
That's where the holes are coming from. It's not from the hairspray that you and I wear.
It's brought quite a lot of cash into the village, I think. And they've given us all the support that we need, so it's worked out very well. We're very happy. We have a lot of fun with the football teams. We've got our own team at the camp, and the village has got a team. And in fact, we're going to have a game later. We've only beaten them once, that was last time, so we're getting better. Perhaps we'll trounce them again, but it's all in good heart, you know. We have a lot of fun.
The Easter turkey is being prepared. Saidi is the camp's chef. He was initially trained by an English cook. The meals are prepared immaculately, even though his strict religious rules forbid him from trying it. He has never so much as tasted a morsel, but his culinary skills know no equal.
I can't see it.
The score is 1-0 to the village. Back at camp, the lanterns wind their way through the bush like glowworms to guide the wanderers in.
Anyway, Donica, we've had a hard day. You must be hungry anyway. I wish.
Fantastic. Great to be here again.
Anthony wears the local equivalent of a dinner jacket.
These are cockles. Very large Funzi cockles.
And Robina is resplendent in pearls. Dinner is served with traditional English formality.
Bon appetit.
You spare us. Tony, where do these things come from?
I think they're straight out of the Funzi swamp, actually.
Are they?
They are our local cockles, but they're much larger than the ones you get back home.
Very much so. Very good, yeah?
Yeah, excellent.
I've never been fishing before, so I think Sophie's catch.
We live in very artificial surroundings back in a big city. I think people are sometimes a little afraid of the bush, and yet there's nothing to be afraid of. And they find suddenly that they're very much more comfortable than they ever imagined they were going to be.
The Easter turkey makes its entrance.
And at the same time they sort of discover nature in a sort of a proper sort of setting. It does seem to affect people in a rather nice way sometimes. And perhaps it's got a therapeutic side to it, I don't know. Really move this man. How is that? Super. And it's done to a turn.
What it is?
I'm sorry about that.
That's all right. There's those things that make them not.
Very fit, healthy person. They're all very unhappy.
So now you're happy but unfit.
Toby, can you come and deal with your father?
No, I've got this bloody bug in my pocket here, and every time it sort of starts fluttering, I can't stand it.
I'm so used to living in the bush myself that when you say, well, you know, how does it affect people? The only time it affects me is when I'm not in the bush. It affects me when I go to London or something, and I've got all these cars and buses, and everyone's rushing around. Here it's just the reverse of that, and perhaps the contrast is what people enjoy.
7 a.m. Easter Monday. The camp sets off to explore the mangrove swamps. The weaver birds dangle precariously from the palm trees. They're busy rearing their young before the start of the wet season. The safari will take the party up the Ramisi River, a dark and mysterious waterway, home to crocodiles and the Ramisi fishermen, a tribe as dark as the swamps they live in, who eke out a living from shrimp fishing and forestry. Ramisi provides a fantastic natural habitat for a rich selection of animals and bird life.
We've got the mouth of the Ramisi here. This is just the start of the river. We go up here about 5-6 kilometers. We've got vervets, colobus, Sykes monkeys, and the baboons. So there's quite a variety.
Have any seen the colobus?
We don't get the crocs until we get a bit further up. It's not. You have to get into the fresh water. The problem is there's a lot of tree cutting going on, and well, hopefully we may have put a stop to it now, but they were doing a lot of damage. You'll see a lot of trees further up the river where it's all been sort of really decimated, But there's still a good part of the forest left. I mean, it's not all gone. There's normally a colony of colobus on the left-hand side up here, in fact. They're less hairy than the ones you get up in the Aberdares, but otherwise they're the same tribe,
First signs of the fishermen appear.
Jambu! Salam! Yeah! Can we get some coconuts, huh? Woo! Power! Take it in past the coral here. Jambu Mazay! Salam! Hi. Okay, let's go. Sana. Zé, get a couple, huh? Super. Nature's natural. There you go, Sophs. You never were a gentleman, were you?
What was your name, Sophie?
For Soph, sir. Sorry, I just
No, that one's yours now. You've been licking it.
Come on.
There you go.
Dirty glass.
There you go, Sophs. They're absolutely perfect, these ones. They've got enough white flesh, they'll even make a nice first course as well as a drink. Garanda, there you go. Beautiful. Great. Sana. Who's next? Jules. Line again. Ow! There you go, Duck. Oh, thank you.
No, I'm still sharing.
Isn't that a sweet treat? Couple of dozen oysters for lunch, huh? Gotta be careful, they're terribly sharp. Dick, grab hold. They should have shoes on. It's really not a good place to be.
Have you got a hammer, Duck?
Got a knife. They're very well pinned in the ground, I tell you. They're not that easy to get. You want a dozen or 2 dozen, Toby? I think that's enough. We don't want to take too many. Or more than we can eat.
What are you doing? It's like oh.
I think we need some more weight in the back of the boat.
Out of danger from the falling tide, the party continue downstream to their final destination and lunch.
This is actually where we were originally going to put the camp. We didn't do it because there's a sandbar right in front at the exit of the river, and there's no way after mid-tide you can't get out. But it was our original first choice.
Robina has been making arrangements for the Ansells and Dickinsons' return to Nairobi. Sadly, for them it's their last day. Like latter-day explorers stranded in paradise, gleaming white sands greet them wherever they go.
Bubbly, 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 bubbly. Come on.
Shula.
They've really had a good rain. Come here. Come. Yeah.
Hi, Bud. You get stuck on the sandbar again?
Their first
Very
swim.
easy to come in.
Yeah.
Well done,
Hi,
you got
dear.
it.
How was
That
it?
is sweet. Aren't they lovely?
Yeah, we saw one fully fledged crop.
We saw a good
no
crop.
monsters.
It sat on the bank and looked at us for about half an hour. It's okay. We're going to have some lunch.
Yeah. I'm starving. Starving.
Mutati works her magic with the barbecue. Marinated chicken for the main course.
There's a fresh prawn straight from the river, I think.
Paradise visited, they must return to Nairobi.
Blah, blah, blah.
Super. Just pop it down in the middle there. Choo! Would you like a prawn? Would you like a prawn, sweetheart? Would you? There you go. All those are yours.
I know.
Who's got a lime? I got one in my pocket. Always want to carry a lime in your pocket in this part of the world.
Sauna. Yeah.
Good garlic.
Oh, garlic bread.
I thought he was very quick.
What was this?
The following day, island life returns to normal. The villagers start to drift down to the point where the camp's supply boat, the Africa Queen, will ferry them to the mainland. Fresh supplies arrive from the mainland. Robina's children have come down from their school in Mombasa. Tomorrow marks the end of Ramadan, and a great feast is planned between the village and the camp. Fresh vegetables and ice are brought over. The ice is stored deep in the ground and can last for days. Soda water for mixing with freshly squeezed limes makes a delicious, refreshing drink. evenings on the island are spent swapping stories around the campfire.
Robert Bonkington Bonkalot he was the most special dog. He's the father of all of them. In various degrees.
Did you hear that? 1 minute silence.
He's turning into a lime tree down at the bottom there.
He's going to make a lovely dower, a lovely daiquiri.
Like your dad.
We're going to have Bonk on the rocks. Well, I suppose some people think I'm completely crackers. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. This actually is what I enjoy. It's where I enjoy living. I like the people out here. Every now and again we get a little bit of real excitement, and it's a good life. Some people are not happy in sort of isolated situations. I personally enjoy them. One's brought up with a Christian background, or Catholic background in my instance. An awful lot of what one used to believe in probably isn't there anymore. When the clock stops running, that's where you are. I would like it to be here. It's totally ridiculous. One never knows in this world. I had nowhere to sleep for the night, and I'd selected this very special pier, and it had a bunch of sacks.
The following morning, the women have come up from the village and are busy preparing the spices for the forthcoming feast. A young bull is being killed to celebrate the end of the fasting.
I think when you live in the bush like this, you reach your own conclusions about life and death and other things. And you don't have this strict, formal guideline that we used to sort of be brought up with sort of 50 years ago. As far as the philosophy in life is concerned, getting awfully deep. Or the meaning of life, perhaps. I'm not sure that we should go into it too carefully these days. I don't think we come to any decent conclusions anyway. I think nature offers a lot of its own solution, actually. There's a lot of peace and contentment here. One doesn't need too many sort of weighty questions to answer in this way. I think nature answers a lot of them on its own.